want to know why was I stalled, is because I asked Mr. X for the new wild wilderness task, and Mr. X is, he's, in charge of he's one of the taskmasters anyway, so, for this set, and, actually the reward for this one is a wildy sword, and so far I teleported to the lodestone, and then I would have to offer some low-level bones to the Chaos Altar in level 12 wildy. And the one I have pinned is take the potato chip and eat it, which is view the recent wilderness kills and the death list notice board in Edgeville. So that's what I got pinned. So I'm going to have to check RS Wiki. As far as my my IRL adventure, my in-real adventure, is that I'm going to talk about it after I have gotten back, and so that actually I had went to I went overseas to Pakistan to visit my family. It's been 20 years, and when I went there, because this time was a short visit. It was for a month, and I haven't been in 20 years, and I was in a hurry through security checkpoint and everything. I'm pretty much relished of getting felt up like a ripe tomato, but it's done to protect. To protect others, so what the hey, and I mean, this is so anyway, it's pretty much that because that having to deal with, you know, that I was sick because I had to take anti-malarial medicine and everything. Well, note to self anyway, which I did when I got back. I told my doctor about it, that it made me very sick, so no way in hell am I going to take it anymore. So, but actually I didn't tell her like that, but I said there's no way ever again I'm going to take that mess. And it didn't agree with me, so she wrote it down on the paper, and I didn't want it to sound like something that is TMI or anything, because you know, this is just like I just, you know, letting you know that it made me very sick. So anyway, okay, anyway, I got the Slayer contract, which is Dark Beasts. Oh my god. They must be killed in the wild. This is, you know, crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna jump in and then crevice here. regardless. Okay. Okay. Okay, you ready to see me do one? That's the third one I did already for the wilderness task set. Um, okay, anyway, this is my POH, if you recall. Actually, that both my husband and my daughter, my youngest, actually complain, it's because actually I was really I was really, really in a rush to get back to Pakistan and catch up with the rest of them, so. Because, this is just like, from like 20 years ago before I had left my heart over there. So, this is just like, it's like, and actually I enjoy pretty much over there more than anything. So, they said, this is just a guy that, actually I did not look back. I just said, Assalamu alaikum, Riaz and bye-bye Mercedes, talking to my husband and my daughter. So, and I went, I said, because I have to hurry up and go because, I want to beat everybody else in line because I got a plane to catch. So, because I, don't know how long that it was going to be in line and everything, how many people were going to be in line. And, there was quite a bit of people in line already, and it was like, I really, 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 wanted to beat everybody else there, because it is a bad rush going through security at O'Hare or any other airport. And, one lady who checked me, searched me and everything, she said, "You want to go off in another room and do this?" And I said, "No, just do it right here and get it done and over with." So, because I didn't want her to, make her think I had something to hide, so, which I didn't really. Anyway, and I complied with everything, took my carry-on baggage with me and everything, and, this is just like, and, the checked baggage beforehand, before I did that, the checked baggage, I had 2 checked bags that, I told them direct, take them to Peshawar. So, there was a long flight from Chicago to Dubai, and my knees were killing me when I got to Peshawar. Plus at the Dubai airport, there's like, there was like one gate change and everything else like that. One guy, looked at me and was talking to me in Pashto. He said, he told me the gate number, and I sat there and I talked to one guy just to be sure. And he said, "Yeah, it's over there." Then the next, there was like a gate change, and then I was informed of the gate change by the same guy again, who talked to me in Pashto. And I said, okay, and then, it's just like, I looked down the thingamajig, for the gate and everything, for my flight and everything. And, because there was a bunch of people in Dubai, a bunch of Pakistanis work in Dubai anyway, so, they all filled out in this area. And then there was like one area and everything else like that, small area and everything. And there was this this is just like, since, this is just like, there was, all the men were like, I didn't, it wasn't right for me, I felt funny, that I, this is just like, so, anyway, that, just wanted to hurry up and, because, one thing I'm like, oh my God, is this just like, one thing, is this just, then, this area, started to fill up with men and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I got, I came in here and everything else like that because I just, because there was, nowhere for me to sit because there was all men there, and this is just like, one thing, this is just like, and, mashallah, they respected me as, a Muslim sister should be respected, and, And, and while I was waiting, I grabbed a newspaper. It was, I think it was New York Times or something. And I read in the business section about VW, and how much hot water that they are in over their emissions and everything else like that. So, and then, it's just like when I finally got to Peshawar, because, one thing, the flight from Dubai to Peshawar, when it finally came, my brother-in-law, actually his friend met me there and helped me through immigration and everything else like that. And, and, it's just like, anyway, I don't need to mention any names or anything, but all I have to say is that mashwara. It means, I meant to say thank you very much. You helped me a lot. So, this is just like, so, it's just like I had to clear customs and then, he took me out where my family was waiting for me and everything. And then, I went home and I hurried up, got in the shower and just rested. I didn't want to see anybody and everything. I said, I am so tired, and I didn't hardly get any. And I said, my knees are hurting from that long flight and everything. So, so, I had my birthday party again in Pakistan. And instead of cutting a cake, I cut a pizza. And, well, everybody pretty much, enjoyed it. So, but I'm glad my sickness from taking the anti-malarial medicine had went away and everything else like that. And this one doctor has helped a lot. This is just like, because it made me very, very sick. And like I said before, I will never take this again. And then, it's just then when I had here in the on the news about the threat of Congo virus and everything, I mean, dang, I think I should stop eating meat again. I mean, this is scary, because this is just like, especially like, when they talk about, especially like, one thing, like, some places they need to be more clean with the food and everything else like that, and and everything. Well, I got to go to Marie, and, even though it's like, like July, August, it's very, very hot. Not only in Chicago, but Peshawar as well. It's very, very deep hot. A very, very, the heat is just like unbearable. And so, it's just like going to Marie was okay, but, it's just like, one thing. Then we went to Rawalpindi and got to go to Shakar, whatever this place is. I told my brother-in-law, I said, I cut it short because I don't feel like I want to go to the zoo. It's too hot and everything. I'm not feeling like I'm enjoyed at all whatsoever. But while we were in Pindi, I got to meet my new great niece, and this is just like, to me, she's the most adorable baby in the world. I can care less what anybody thinks, and this is just like, to me, even though she's got special needs and everything else like that, to me, she still is the most adorable baby. So, And you know, one thing, I got a nephew that actually put a friend of mine's nephew to shame. He was climbing all over me and all on my back and everything. I'm like, would you please leave me alone? I mean, you know, there's, you know, times, you know, he got really, really naughty, and I completely ignored him because he was pretty naughty. But, you know, it's just like, but, so, anyway, then, and also, like, you know, Pakistan independence. Oh my God, it was too much nasty. I mean, you know, this is just like, you know, everybody was like in a mood to party, including myself and everything. So I'm very glad, you know, this is just like, you know, that, you know, this is just like, at least I wasn't sick on Pakistan independence, but it's like, like, you know, it's just like, my stomach was giving me a problem, like, on and off, you know. But, you know, it's just like after, you know, Pakistan independence, I got really, really sick. And you know, it's just like, and, you know, it's just like also, and, you know, one of my, you know, some other people in my family got sick too as well, not just me, but, you know, for a different reason. But, and then, so, you know, anyway, you know, when I go back, I have to go get my teeth fixed and everything else like that. And, you know, it's just like, because I have to save my teeth, and, because I'm getting things done to my teeth, which should have been, you know, that I should have gotten done with my teeth in the first place. You know, like one dentist was surprised that I don't have high blood pressure or diabetes. It's because I don't eat any of these white enemies, white salt, white flour, white sugar. You know, I don't eat any of these things, nor do I drink pop. Well, you know, here in the United States we call it pop, but everybody knows it's soda, which is universal, so I don't drink soda, so. And besides, you know, it's, you know, none of it is good for you. Plus, I eat a lot of fish. Anyway, you know, is this just like when, okay, then, you know, is this just like, oh, we also went to the Natural Museum also in Pindi, and then, you know, I said, you know, I just want to go back home and to Peshawar. You know, I don't want to stay in Pindi any longer. And, you know, it's just like, you know, it's just like, it was kind of like difficult to find a room because it was a rush. Because, you know, people were in from vacations and all this other stuff. And, So, anyway, that I was happy when we got back to Peshawar, and then, then got to go to the Khyber, visit, some friends, well, family also, visit family mostly, and, my cousin, made me a nice dinner and everything. Plus, the their goat, his goat actually went in the kitchen and his wife had to chase the goat out. But they made the flowers from the squash, and made some kind of greens with it. And it was very delicious, even though it was like a little bit too salty, but still was delicious. And there was like fish, chicken, rice, other different things like that. And one man, his wife, because one guy is, Riaz, my husband's very best friend, and he was, actually he was out working, so he wasn't home. So anyway, his wife milked the goat for me, and actually boiled the milk and then put some cardamom in there, and let it cool off, and then put it in a bottle for me. And then she said, "Here, take this. By the time that I get back to Peshawar, I can drink it." So as soon as I got home and everything, I did not want to wait till that was put in the refrigerator or anything else like that. And one of my sister-in-laws wanted to put sugar in it. I said, "No, don't even bother." I said, "Let me drink it just like it is." So, it's just like, and I very, very much love this goat's milk. It was the best I ever had. So, and I told my husband, he said, "You didn't say me any?" I said, "Nope." I'm very stingy when it comes to my goat's milk. Don't even ask. It's like, gee, you could say that again, because I really do love goat's milk. And then this is just like, it was time for me to come home and everything else, come back to Chicago and everything. I mean, I'm saying, Peshawar is my home too, but I mean, this is just like, I feel, I was at the airport and I was crying my eyes out and everything. It's just like, again, I miss too much, this is just like, it's just like, it's kind of difficult to make the adjustment to come back here and everything somewhat. Even though that, I have not been at my computer in over a month. Because give or take, I had to have my body adjust because I was suffering from jet lag and everything. And so, I was pretty much, resting and everything else like that, and getting other stuff done and not sitting at my computer so much. And as far as the Nomad's elegy thing, I had a Death Touch dart I got from the sweepstakes, and it seems like to me that's the only way I can kill a Nomad, because he was always, pointing me. Then, you know, is this just like, and then this creep, you know, is this just like, I don't know, these people at Jagex, they really took me off this time. I'm having a hard time, you know, with this quest. It's, you know, even taking control of Ichelin, it's very difficult for me. You know, I try, and I'm back from square one. You know, it's you know, it's not even helping at all whatsoever. I even am on low detail as this very moment, and you know, when I am down there, when I go through Death's Hourglass in for Nomad's Elegy, I mean, I automatically lag down there no matter what. And, you know, this is just like, you know, one thing, I'm trying to, you know, use my mini map and everything else like that to, you know, and then go through, you know, Chillin has a couple of attacks and everything, and, you know, this is just like, it's not even helping at all whatsoever. Because, you know, this is just like, you know, I'm back from square one, but and it's not even helping. So, but as far as, you know, the achievements, you know, the wildy tasks, because I'm gonna do, you know, the create an anchovy pizza from scratch and then you can't do it to Fat Tony. But, you know, this is just, okay, now, okay, the requirements, hints, rewards, okay. Now, 2 reward lamps, which grants 10k XP and a total in a skill of your choice. And Tier 1 Wilderness Sword. Permanent benefits, free teleports to the Wilderness Farming Patch using the Wilderness Sword. Free teleports to Edgeville using the Wilderness Sword. Ability to locate the wildy worm with the Wilderness Sword if there is one spawned in the world. The rewards are Okay, and the rewards for this one is the wilderness herb patch will never become diseased. Okay. And I pretty much hate reverence, but you know that's what I have to do, you know, for the upgrades. Anyway, you know, anyway, I hope, you know, this is just like, you know, that, you know, this is just like anyway when I go back, hopefully in January, inshallah, that, you know, it's going to be for like a longer duration and everything else like that. So if you don't mind, please excuse me. But, you know, it's just like, you know, even, you know, through the connecting flights and everything else like that. And oh, even on the way back, I even got a chance to sit there and spend a night in a hotel in Dubai, which was really nice. And it's owned by the airlines, so it's owned by Emirates. And Emirates is a really, really nice airline. And it's very, very good safety record and everything. The food is delicious, so I have to say this is a lot better than PIA, which I took 20 years ago, but still, you know, this is a lot better. Anyway, so anyway, until then, TTFN, ta-ta for now.